Alright, this is Saints Row 2. We're on Xbox One X, and it isn't enhanced. And yeah, you can definitely tell that it isn't. So this was the last entry in the series before things got really silly. I mean, it was kind of a silly game, but I still thought it was somewhat grounded in comparison to like the third and then the fourth entry. So anyways, this character, yeah, interesting. So what happened, as I try to recall, is my save had cheats on it because I was playing with a friend. So my cousin was over and working on achievements and deleted my save and made a character that looks like what I think he would want to look like, or might look more like today. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a long time, but this is not my style of a character at all. Like, not in the slightest. So what is Saints Row? You get to make your own character. It takes place after the events of the first game. Some time has passed. And you know, there's all these new gangs in the town, and you gotta take them on. You gotta take back the city. This isn't far in the game, so you do quests, and there's lots of like side missions and side objectives. And you know, it's running fairly smoothly. You can definitely tell that the game has, you know, there's been some aging to it. It's not as not as impressive, but not as pretty as it once was. It's very rough around the edges in regards to like jaggedy edges and everything like that. But I will say, you know, Stillwater has actually got quite a lively atmosphere. Like, there's a lot of people going on and stuff. This is obviously like an open world game. It's similar to Grand Theft Auto, if you're familiar with that series. I'd like to say it's the fun Grand Theft Auto. It's a little bit over the top, and it's not saying Grand Theft Auto isn't fun, but I mean, we just saw a pimp throw a lady like a bunch of feet into the air, which is kind of insane, and now they're battling it out. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Is it's very similar to that game, but obviously a little bit different. I mean, it can get gory and it can get intense, but yeah, it's all about the Saints, so that's kind of fun. I honestly think maybe the third or the fourth title are my favorite, and I know they're not quite as serious or on the same wavelength as these, you know, the first two. The first one especially is like super serious. I'd love to see, you know, if they could maybe go back to that. I don't know. I think they've come a little too far, and people are kind of used to the weirdness that has happened with them at this point. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I know they're working on another one at this point, Saints Row 5 or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. But yeah, this one, it's an interesting title to revisit. It seems to be fairly stable, and I mean, you can see like pop it and stuff, but you know, newer consoles aren't going to be able to fix that aspect of things. So again, lots of customization, lots of cool vehicles, lots of things that can be done in this one. We can kind of steal this guy's ride. Yep, okay, cool. Some sick music. What is it? A? Yeah, it's A. Quite a bit of little pop-in that I've noticed on this, but yeah, I still think this is a pretty good game. You get quite a bit of gameplay out of it if you were to tackle the narrative today. And the co-op action is fun, and you can enable cheats, but again, you know, the achievements thing, so that's an issue if you're into achievements, but cheats are fun to play with. And yeah, there's a lot of missions, there's DLC, and extra story stuff. And I think they got like a pretty tight-knit squad. It's a little bit of a smaller squad than I'm used to, having played the other Saints Row titles more recently. I was on Windows 10 doing a bit of a Saints Row 4 run, but the achievements were kind of glitching out. So yeah, I stopped that. But that was my recent one, and I like that one because it's so weirdly over the top and insane. And again, this one just is like far more grounded. And I know they kind of leaned off the same world over and over again, but they do a good job kind of separating them and stuff like that. It might actually be worth revisiting the first one again. I don't know. Let me know about that, because it has been quite a long time Again, strangely, this is something that my cousin ended up playing a little bit more of than me. I think I was quite far in my, my play of it, but, achievements were like a bigger thing for me back around this time. I was a lot more of a hunter than I am today, just because I don't have as much time now, which is a shame. Which is also weird considering, I literally just kind of play and review games and stuff nowadays, but yeah, strangely, not as much time to maybe spend per game, if that makes sense, in regards to, putting the time in to be able to earn achievements, which actually is a lot of work. But that's what happened, and that's why I ended up with this really gangsta-looking character that is not like anything I'd create. Although the shorts maybe are on par for what I would do. It's the style for mine. But yeah, they allow weird customization and colors in this one. I don't remember a lot of games at the time doing that, so it was kind of special. Fairly engaging story, a little bit over the top, somewhat grounded. I think for the time, this was a fairly impressive sort of thing. It was definitely a different sort of title and unique. Because I'm not sure. I think maybe we had Grand Theft Auto, and this was like a direct competitor to that title, while also being something that was unique because it's the Saints Row, folks, and they definitely don't hold back on being weird or zany. I'm just kind of like driving through the town. Yeah, that's some intense pop in there. Could you guys please get out of my way? I seem to have started a fight. Like, I was just kind of shooting that guy. So yeah, the animation's a little bit more rough, but quite a lot of, like, particle effects and everything, too, in this one, if you're noticing that. Just in regards to, like, the steam and the sparks on the car, the bullets and that. It's kind of impressive. Oh, yeah, jumping out, I remember that. Does this one have the, insurance fraud? I remember that being a thing. Let's see, I got, like, a dual Uzis on, like, the shotgun. Because I don't have ammo in the shotgun? That could be it. Nothing is North Condos. Yeah, and then, lots of characters that I probably won't ever forget, so we're, ones that I maybe even don't remember. Yeah, Johnny Gat, legendary character. Definitely something that is super well known. And we're just kind of driving around taking a look at how it's running and everything like that. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it's hard to tell with these backwards compatible titles what is an issue of that time, what's been really helped and fixed, and, just making those comparisons. Because, I mean, draw distance is, something that's just going to be how the original game was, as is any of the pop-in that you're seeing in regards to, like, trees and plants showing up as we're driving, or buildings and stuff like that. Oh, running you down. Whereas performance should be a bit better now because of the extra power that's there, especially on the 1X, but it's not necessarily doing anything to the game. It's just, giving it the extra leg room, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm actually surprised you get to see so much of the city and everything like that. It's quite impressive. I'm used to it being all like cyborgy and really smooth FPS and really fast paced, and you being a superhero where you can literally fly around the air shooting things and ground pounding and blasting and throwing people. Whereas this is a lot more of a simpler time, The gangs were more regular back then. You weren't fighting aliens. You weren't working as the President of the United States of America to fend off an alien invasion. What were you doing in Saints Row 3? Stealing safes and stuff. It was very over the top and pretty badass opening, actually. Why was that guy in the middle of the street getting up and he was shirtless? See some weird stuff in this one. Gotta say that. It's as weird as that one part where they... What is it? The pimp was picking up the one guy and threw him across the street. That was wild. So anyways, the gang's all a little bit different, all a little bit unique. You got their different turf areas you gotta fight for. Huh, this is really quite a sprawling city. Seems like the performance is taking a bit of a hit, though. But yeah, dynamic movements, good villains, I guess. I don't know, perhaps not really memorable villains, because I don't remember them, but I know there's lots of neat factions, and oh look, there's the airport over there, which is across the ocean that I'm driving into. Oh yeah, I'm going into the water. Don't worry, he's cool. He's fine. He's a gangster. He can tough it out. But anyways, yeah, that's Saints Row 2. It was kind of nice jumping back in here quickly, just take a look at it, see how it's going and stuff like that. Maybe I'll play a bit more of it later. I don't know. I feel like they've just done a lot more with the later Saints Row titles, so it's not quite necessarily worth coming back to for me personally. But I know a lot of people actually appreciated the more gangsta style that this one was, and the first one, as opposed to the over-the-top superhero acts that the third and fourth one. And then I guess when Gat went to hell and fought as an angel against demons. So yeah, that one was a bit over the top, that's for sure. Oh, what's this person doing? Hey there. What you up to? Why is he lounge floating in the air? That's weird.